Everyone, welcome back. I hope everyone is doing great. My name is Ravi Teja. Let's solve an interesting problem, daily temperatures. Given an array of integers, temperatures represents the daily temperatures. Return an array answer such that answer of I is the number of days you have to wait after the ith day to get a warmer temperature. Okay, if there is no future day for which this is possible, return answer of I equal to 0. Let's consider this is the array I and these are the corresponding temperatures. If I am standing at this particular day, how many days I have to wait after this particular day in order to get a warmer temperature? If you see, for 69 I have to wait for 1 day in order to get a warmer temperature. 72 is warmer than 69, so I have to wait for 1 day for 69. For 71 I have to wait for 1 2. If I wait for 2 days, then I will be reaching my warmer temperature, right? So let's just try to identify answer for all the temperatures. Okay, 75 it has to wait for 1 2 3 4, right? 88 is the first warmer temperature for 75, right? So it has to wait for 4 days. For 75 it has to wait for 1 and 2, so it has to wait for 2 days. Okay, now for 69 it has to wait for 1 day in order to get warmer temperature. Okay, for 72 it has to wait for 1 day. For 88, since there are no more temperatures, as per the problem we have to set the answer as 0. Okay, now this is what I have done, like for explaining. Okay, this is kind of brute force, right? What I am doing is basically I am standing at a particular day and checking when is the next warmer day available for me, right? I have basically looked at each and every temperature after 75. The same approach I have done for 71. I have looked for each and every temperature till I reach the warmer temperature. Same goes for 69 as well, right? So this is kind of brute force, right? For every element we are looking for all the temperatures on the right for the warmer temperature. So the time complexity will be big O of n square. Okay, for brute force, which I have explained right now. But can we do anything better, right? So let's look at another approach. Okay, let's simply take all these temperatures. Okay, so I'm standing at 75, right? That means I'm still not aware at what is the how many days I have to wait for the warmer temperature, so I will just keeping it aside, saying that for this particular day I need to determine its warmer temperature. Okay, now I am at 71. Can 71 be warmer temperature for 75? No, it is not, right? So again, since this is not a warmer temperature, I will also keep 71 also in my particular space, saying that for these two I should still determine its warmer temperature. Can 69 be warmer for any of this? No, right? So I begin, since it is not warmer for any of this and its warmer temperature still needs to be determined, I will keep it aside. Okay, now I am at 72, right? Is 72 warmer to 69? Yes, it is, right? So I have, for 69 I have determined how many days I have to wait, right? For 69 it is basically 1 day, right? I have to wait 1 day. Now can 72 be warmer temperature for 71? Yes, it is, right? So I will also take 71 and I will determine the days it has to wait. Okay, which is 2 days. Okay, now can 72 be a warmer temperature for 75? No, right? So I will still keep 72 in my space, saying that for these two I need to determine the next warmer temperature. If you keenly observe, what I have done is I am placing my elements in a space and I am trying to retrieve the elements from the back. Okay, I am adding at the back and I am taking from the back, right? So what kind of data structure will give this kind of functionality? Adding on the top, right? It's more like adding on the top and taking from the top, right? So we will be using a data structure stack which will give us this flexibility, right? So we will be using a stack where which will tell us the elements in the stack. For the elements in the stack, we need to determine its next warmer temperature, right? Now I am at 78. Can 78 be the warmer temperature for 72? Yes, it is, right? So I will take 72 and I will just update the answer to it, right? Answer to it will be 1 day. It has to wait for 1 day, okay? And can 75, can 88 be warmer temperature for 75? Yes, it is. So I will take 75 and I will calculate its days, which will be 4 days, okay? So again I will push 88 into the stack, saying that its warmer temperature needs to be determined. Now there are no more temperatures which needs to be determined, so answer for 88 will be 0, okay? So right, while explaining, I have basically kept the temperatures right away into the stack, right? But it will be helpful if you are storing the indices of this temperature in the stack. This way we can easily retrieve the temperature corresponding to it, and also we can calculate the number of days you need to wait, okay? Since this index is basically 5 4 4 minus 0 will be 4, you have to wait for 4 days, okay? So idea is to store the indices of the corresponding temperatures in the stack and then pop the elements whenever you encounter a greater temperature, okay? So let me just show you the code how I have implemented. This is exactly similar to the problem statement next greater element, but instead of identifying the temperature itself, we are calculating the number of days we have to wait, okay? So it is basically the difference between both the indices. So that is just a small tweak between the next greater element and the daily temperatures problem, okay? So we have been given an array. I've defined a variable n which will be storing the length of the array, okay? And we should also need to construct the answer array. So I've defined answer array as size n, and then we need a data structure stack which will help us to retrieve the recently processed elements, right? So that is what I am using here, and I will be iterating through each and every temperature, and the moment I have encountered a temperature which is greater than my top of the stack temperature, then I will pop my element from the stack, and then I will update my answer to the top of the stack, right? So index minus the top index will give me the days I have to wait, so that will be the answer. And then again I have to push my current index into the stack, saying that its next greater temperature needs to be determined. So in the end my answer will contain the total number of the days for each of the individual, the warmer, the number of days it has to wait, right? So if you look at the time complexity and the space complexity, we are just iterating through the entire array once, and we are processing the elements from the stack, okay? So the time complexity will be big of n, and space complexity will also be big of n. Reason being, the stack can grow all the way up to the size n, okay? So that's all about this problem. If you like the explanation, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also share your valuable feedback in the comment section. I will be posting solution in multiple languages such as Java, JavaScript, Python. Feel free to check it out if you are coming from any other languages. Thank you.